Hey everybody, that's pretty funny. I did it again this week. I just recorded 4 or 5 minutes of talking to myself after snapping a picture. Man, I feel so dumb when that happens. Anyway, I just gave a really good speech about momentum, talking about how momentum is a part of the process of achieving any kind of a goal. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm undertaking a pretty monumental task of losing 100 pounds in a year. I've lost about 80 of said pounds. And what I've learned along the way is that, oftentimes, I've struggled with this my whole life and wanted to lose weight and get healthier. And I've talked myself out of it so many times because what happens is you start, which is the hardest part, honestly, starting something from a standstill and getting it moving is the hardest part. Once it's moving, you have a little thing called momentum that helps you keep it moving. But there's a lie that our brains tell us when we're experiencing something painful or difficult or challenging. That difficulty level that we experienced when we were starting this process, I say we as in me and anyone else out there who's listening and who has experienced this or struggled with this. Starting's the hard part. You get going and what you find is you got momentum, but the lie that your brain sort of tricks you with sometimes is to say, well, man, it's so hard to start that first couple days of that diet or that exercise program or whatever it is was so difficult. How can I do that forever? That means I have to do that for the rest of my life, I guess, to be healthy. So we talk ourselves out of it and say, it's too hard, can't do it. And it's a lie. You can do it. And the reason it's a lie is because you aren't taking into consideration momentum. Momentum is on your side. Once you get moving, you've done the hard part. Momentum will help carry you through the difficult times. I went on a bike ride today with my son Killian and his fellow scouts and church youth group. We went on a 14-mile mountain bike ride. We're training, kind of getting ready for this bigger high adventure trip we're going on later this summer. So we went on this 14-mile training ride, and I noticed during my ride, I was thinking about momentum and how, when you're riding a bike on a trail, you got momentum. And I noticed sometimes I was going down like a steep hill section of the trail, and I would get going pretty fast. And if I could see the trail far enough ahead and know that it wasn't like a hairpin turn, I was going to fall off a cliff and die, I would get my speed going pretty quick because I wanted to use that momentum that I was building up to help carry me up the other side of the hill and create less, I guess, save my legs and do less pedaling to get up that hill. And so some hills I found I could get enough momentum to just coast up the other side pretty effortlessly. And that's kind of how it is in life, if you get going and you get some good habits established and you get this momentum going, you can do that sometimes. You coast through the challenges much easier when you have momentum on your side. But I also noticed the bad news is sometimes it's impossible to get enough momentum to carry you up that other side of the hill. And I had to just grind it out with sheer determination. So sometimes that's what it takes. That's what it takes to start. And that's what it takes sometimes when the challenge gets a little too difficult and you run out of momentum, you can quit. And I've thought about quitting many times, but I'll tell you what, even if I never lose another pound, I don't want to go back to feeling the way I used to feel. And so the alternative is to just keep doing what I'm doing and try to feel good. Focus on feeling good. So what if the scale never moves another pound? I'm here to tell you it's going to, because I've got momentum and I got grit and I got determination, and I'm gonna make that scale move. But if for some reason it never did, I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep exercising. I'm going to keep eating right because I don't want to lose that momentum, and I don't want to lose that feeling of feeling good that I have now and feeling like I'm a 35-year-old instead of a 45-year-old. Anyway, that's my lesson for the day. Momentum, folks. Use it.